What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of King of the Mix. In today's topic, we're going to be doing renaming and coloring your mix session. Now, the reason why this is important is so you can keep things organized visually, and so you won't be all over the place. You won't start overthinking. Your session won't look cluttered, and so things could just run smoothly and help you just produce a more efficient mix. Having things in order is a great help because you're not, let's say you get a large session with like 50 to 100 worth of tracks, and then everything is like unorganized. The kick is all the way at track 1, then the kick sample is all the way at track 98. So on your fader, you just scrolling back and forth, taking a long time. Whereas though everything could be grouped together and color coded, so you can move everything and mix everything down really quickly. So we got a section here. It's about, because this is unorganized the way it's named, so I think it's about 44 tracks. So this is a good example that I'm going to show you how to organize this. So the first thing that I would do is I would just start going down and making it, first of all, making it so I can see the waveform, because I like to see what I'm working with and see where the audio starts, in case something is renamed something crazy and it's looking like this, and I'm like, I don't know what this is. So I would need to zoom in so I can solo that track and so I can hear what it is. But of course, we can tell that this is going to be a backing vocal. So clearly we know that it's backing vocal. But let's say if this was named something like G5269, you like, what the hell is that? And then you play it and you're like, oh, it's a backing vocal. But the thing I do, I just go down, I just start with the renaming and do it that way. So let's start with the renaming. And what I like to, everything is going to be abbreviated, because on your mixer, you don't want all these long names, or if you're using a mixing controller, things get shrunk. So you want to shrink it whereas though you can understand it. So backing vocals, I like to usually start by naming them BG. And then since this says BG1, we're going to start this off with BG1. The next one, backing vocal, BG2. Uh, this one is going to be BG 2.1. Since that had the number 2 in it, and I don't really know what that is just yet, we just going to name it 2.1. Who really gives a shit? As long as it's organized and as long as it gets mixed properly, as long as the abbreviation is simple enough for you to know what it is. This one, BG3. Next, BG4. As you can see, it's changing on the mixer as I'm renaming everything. BG5, BG6. Next one we have here is the kicks. This can be kick 1, kick sub, snare up. This is probably meaning snare top. Let's see. And this one says snare down. It should be snare bottom. Yeah. See, some people, when they give you a mix, it might be a little different, but sometimes you can assume what it is, but you sometimes just want to make sure you double check. Or if you don't want to name it snare top, snare bottom, you can name it snare 1, snare 2. bottom. Name a hat. Tom 1. It might be a rack tom, and tom 2 might be a floor tom. Overheads. OHS. Simple. Drum rooms, mono. Room, mono. Drum room, stereo. Room, ST. Bass, BI. Did this mean to be BI or DI? I don't know, but it's only one bass, so I'm just going to call it bass for now. All right, now, as you can see, we have a ton of guitars. So we might have to go through and listen to some of these. As you can see, it's a nice wall of guitars right here. So electric guitar mic 1. Electric guitar mic 2. Electric guitar 1 DI. Yeah, so they recorded a ton of guitars, and you probably might not even need to use all of these, especially if something sounds exactly the same. But I'm gonna name it E guitar 1. No, E guitar 1.2. We're gonna name this 1.1. E guitar 1, since that's the DI. Same thing for the others. E guitar 2.1. E guitar 2.2. E guitar 2. E guitar 3.1. And I know as you're probably watching this, you see that it's a tedious, kind of pretty boring process. But once you see how everything is organized and colored and finished and grouped at the end, you're going to thank yourself, and it's going to make your workflow much more efficient and easy to look at. E guitar 3.2. E guitar 3. Same thing with this one. Yep. 4, 5, 6. Yep. We have 3 more groups of the same thing. E guitar 4.2. E guitar 4. E guitar 5.1. E guitar 5.2. E guitar 5. E guitar 6.1. E guitar 6.2. E guitar 6. Finish with the guitars. You scroll down. You have the piano. Simple, name that piano. You got some sound effects going on. Simply keep those the same. I'm just going to remove the dash and the number in front. effects 3, sound effects 4. All right, we got 3 vocals, lead vocals, double track, and backing vocal. Oh, don't forget we got the background vocals up top. I'm just gonna call the lead vocal. Call the other one Vox DT. And call this Vox back. All right, boom. We have it named. Now, let's get to the coloring. You're gonna color all these tracks by group, and then we're gonna put everything in order on the playlist. So you can highlight all of your backing vocals at the same time. Press shift and click all of them. Now right click, go to change color. And I like to keep all my vocals pink because vocals are delicate and pink is a delicate color. So that's why I'm coloring all my vocals pink. Don't forget we got the ones at the bottom. Change the color. Pink. All of my vocals are pink. Now let's go up to the drums, the kick, highlight everything. I like my drums to be kind of an orangish color. Right click, change color, dark orange, boom. You see it's slowly about to start coming together. My bass, change the color of my bass. We're gonna make the bass do they have a purple? Kind of like to keep the bass purple. Dark violet, let's go. Yeah. Guitars, G for green. Highlighting all these guitars since it's a lot in the session. Right click, change color. Long green. Should have a big wall of green now. Damn, that's a lot of green. Now, everything else in the session, like pianos, orchestral instruments, sound effects, synthesizers, anything else, I just kind of keep it dark grayish color. There it is. So now we have one more problem. You see some of the vocals aren't with each other. So what I like to do is highlight everything so I can move some stuff down and put some stuff together that belongs together. So everything can be with its family. That's all. So all of this will be going back up. Now I don't really care what's in order on the playlist. I just care that everything that belongs beside each other is correct because I'm going to order everything a certain way on my mixer, which I'm about to do now. So I will come over to the channel rack, double click right here. It's going to highlight everything. You see the mixer is blank currently, nothing is there. So you can press Control L, or you can start from the first track, right click, channel routing, You see Control L, route selected channels. If you press Shift Control L, route selected channels starting from this track, and everything should be in the mixer now. Boom. You see, we have an organized mixer. But you see, these are at the bottom how they was on the playlist. So you select all of those. Press Alt and over until you get everything where you want it. But me, I like my drums first. So I like to start leveling by drum and bass first. So I will put my drums, then my bass. You want to do the vocals last. Remember, I told you that we're going to do the vocals last. So we got to take our time with the vocals. We don't want to rush those. My bass, my guitars, my piano, my sound effects, and the vocals. So that's pretty much it. You can do it any way you want. This is a good method. And something else I would do is I would group stuff to a bus. So all of these vocals I would route to this track only. Rename and color this vocal bus. Change that to blue. Do the same thing for my guitars. I will make a guitar bus. Take all of these, route them to this track only. Rename that GTR bus blue. Same thing for drums. It's simple. Everything is organized. You want to go to your playlist. You looking for something, you not scrambling, you know automatically where your drums are, where your guitars are. So you want to look for a certain part in the song. Simple. So that's it. Rename and color your tracks. Keep your session organized. Subscribe to the channel, please. Let me know what to react to next level. Let me know what level you are in your journey. And I appreciate you. Thank you.